130 plus locations. You are sitting on the largest global fast food brand in Pakistan. Is that right? How did you pull this off?
Chicken is one of the favorite food in Pakistan. Then you have fried chicken. Can't really go wrong. Colonel's original recipe did not really do well in Pakistan. Success that we get is that you do it right every time.
You started as a kitchen assistant and now you're the CEO, right? जब भी कोई दुनिया में मसला होता है, यहाँ के लोग आके कहते हैं कि यार इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड पे हमला करो क्योंकि I actually don't understand क्योंकि how do you as a leader deal with this?
हमारा तो the approach that we had was simple. We wanted to
KFC की ऐसी क्या खास बात है कि पाकिस्तान में इट इज द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग रिटेल फास्ट फूड चेन? आज मालूम करते हैं इन दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन विद रजा पीर भाई, the CEO of KFC Pakistan, and you'll get a chance to learn how and why KFC is winning on all counts. Raza Pir Bhai, how are you today?
I'm very good.
You are sitting on the largest global fast food brand in Pakistan, is that right?
Yeah, correct.
130 plus locations, and your closest second competitor is at about 70 odd.
Yep.
How did KFC pull this off? And how did you pull this off, more importantly?
I think it has been, what should I call it, challenging, but very, very interesting as well. And the thing or the success is primarily is because that chicken is one of the favorite food in Pakistan. Plus, then you have fried chicken, spicy fried chicken, and that also a crispy one. You can't really go wrong. I think we just made it all right to our customers, and I think that's what really kind of got us where we are today. Apart from the other things, that there are definitely a lot of other variables that we did right. I think that has really been the reason for where we are today.
So let's start with the Pakistani consumer. यहाँ पे chicken tikka is very popular, obviously, right? So there's a baseline demand for anything related to chicken, chicken kadai, chicken tikka, chicken-based variety of products. Fried chicken also. Fried chicken, तो हम काफी अरसे से we've been seeing the broast market was always around in the 80s, 90s, I'm sure before that. Why was it that a local broast chain never developed and an international one had to come in to capture the consumer palate, which existed well before KFC did?
So I would put it this way, that I don't think that the local broast did not do well. I think the local broast, they do exceptionally well also. It's just that they're not very structured and not in one brand particularly. So you see a lot of different mushroom ilake ke broast, which are very popular. It hasn't really been done in a more franchised form or a structured way, or somebody who could really expand, in a more organized way. I think that's not been done. But you do go around in different cities, different areas where they have their own original local broast experts. Okay. What is different in KFC's broast is it's a little different than the broast. KFC's broast is the crispier broast, which I think has a lot of taste acceptability. Because people like broast, but they like the crispier version of it. So if you and I'm sure you're aware of that, KFC's original chicken, which is the Colonel's original recipe, is the local broast, which we introduced when the brand came in, which did not really do well in Pakistan.
Actually, it didn't.
No.
Which is like the local broast.
Which is like a local broast. The difference from the local broast to the KFC broast or the KFC fried chicken is it's much more spicier. Okay. And that's what really made the difference. The local broast is much more on the pepper side. Okay.
Right,
The
okay.
spice is on the pepper side.
ठीक है. And this
Black
one
pepper
is?
side. Black
Okay.
pepper side.
ठीक है.
This one is on the red pepper side.
Right.
So that's what the difference is.
ठीक है.
And then this one is crispier. The other one is not crispy.
So the crispiness comes from the dough, the atta, basically.
So the crispiness comes from the breading that we do, which is
Right.
the crunch part of it,
Right.
that you feel.
Right.
That's what that is. But not only that, and I think where we really kind of do well is with the consistency of the product as well. So I think when you go in the local roast, it's a hit and miss, right?
Right. It's a Tuesday, it might suck,
Yeah.
but on a Thursday, it's amazing.
Yeah, so I think that's where also a lot of kind of success that we get is that you do it right every time.
But how do you bring in that consistency? I understand that with a franchise agreement, you have the ingredients, you have a lot of the everything is written down, documented, system, structure, process. But इस मुल्क में जहाँ पे आपको कल के हालात नहीं पता है, सिस्टम स्ट्रक्चर प्रोसेस लाना ऑलमोस्ट नामुमकिन है ज़्यादातर इदारों के लिए. But somehow KFC has pulled it off at over 130 locations. What are you guys doing differently that no one else is able to do?
So I would say that, not so there are a lot of now good food operators who are expanding well as well. They have been able, to successfully kind of implement right sort of processes and systems in place. What really kind of gives us an advantage is that KFC has really been the first ones to come into Pakistan. We got a chance to do a lot of sort of our own way of हमने भी hit and miss किया initially, learn किया, and then now the system has already been developed over the period of years. We've learned the local market expertise, what really had to be developed. I think we did that right. And above all, the franchise support that you get. Okay, that's a huge piece of, and that's what you see in the local brands also. Now they're trying to actually follow you and the standards that you have actually placed in or put in, or the standards that you kind of implement with your vendors. So KFC या जो franchise food आता है, वो locally अपने लिए तो जो करता है वो करता है, लेकिन वो local market के अंदर बहुत बड़ी capability develop करता है.
For example, किस तरह की capability?
So for example, अगर आप processing chicken ही देख लें कि जो अब हम जिस जिस तरीके से हम चिकन की कैपेबिलिटी हमने डेवलप की, अच्छा वो कैपेबिलिटी एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती थी. वो कैपेबिलिटी से मुराद ये है कि जैसे केएफसी की चिकन है अगर आप लेते हैं, सो हमारी जो कंप्लायंसेस हैं वो इतनी डिफ़िकल्ट हैं. सो वी शुड नो कि केएफसी की बर्ड कौन-सी है, उसके बर्ड के माँ-बाप कौन हैं और माँ-बाप के उसके भी माँ-बाप,
नहीं, नहीं, really?
ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स आल्सो.
नहीं, नहीं.
Yeah, really, I'm not joking.
तो KFC की जो मैं चिकन खा रहा हूँ,
जी.
आपको उसके नानी नाना दादी
Absolutely, we know that. We not only know that, we have to keep a track of it.
Wow.
कि उसकी फैमिली जीन क्या है, वो फीड कौन सा लेती, whether they are on the vegetable feed or what kind of a feed they are on. वो 15 दिन लास्ट स्लॉटर होने से पहले जो है उसको कोई एंटीबायोटिक तो नहीं लगी. Now these are all of the capabilities that you now have developed in the local market, which does not only create a much more healthier, better sort of a chicken for KFC consumers, but at large the other consumers also. And then you create a lot of exportable market for our poultry processing units as well.
So just pausing on that, this whole process of just the chicken, कि हमने chicken के grandparents identify करके antibiotics का period देख के जो एक process बनाया है, is that trickling in to the local market through other, let's say, food vendors, or is it a KFC thing only?
So this much of a compliance is only required for KFC or when you go out and export. But
If you export the chicken.
yeah, if you're exporting, so a lot of our poultry partners are exporting as well, but they now qualify to export, because otherwise when you don't really have all these compliances in place, then you can't export, because these are some important essentials that are required for humans to consume chicken, right?
So इसमें just and again for my understanding, तो इसका मतलब ये है when I eat a KFC chicken, I am guaranteed it's antibiotic free for 15 days.
Yeah,
तो versus a local roast मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है कि मैं
लोकल
क्या
ब्रोस्ट से
करूँ.
ज़्यादा जो लोकल मार्केट में भी आपको एक और भी मिथ है ना, हम समझते हैं कि जी लोकल चिकन जो है, जो मार्केट से खुली चिकन हम खाते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी है बस बनिस्बत जो आप फ्रोज़न या
Correct.
या प्रोसेस चिकन लेते. नॉट द प्रोसेस बट प्रोसेस्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ जो कट के प्रोसेस होती है, नॉट द प्रोसेसिंग चिकन की मैं बात
Right.
की. वो हम समझते हैं कि वो अनहेल्दी है, बट the story is otherwise. The story is because they are very well health monitored products, health monitored of the poultry, the bird.
ठीक है.
Okay. उसके अंदर वो तमाम राइट चेक्स हुए हुए होते हैं, वो जो एक क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस के होने चाहिए बिफोर दैट यू कंज्यूम अ बर्ड। ओके,
ठीक है।
तो वो जो है वो आपके लिए अवेलेबल है, मगर आप समझते हैं कि खुली अगर आपको जो है ना वो
मुर्गी मिल रही है वो
जै
बेहतर।
हाँ, जैसे मिथ है कि जी आप खुला दूध पाकिस्तान में अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा बिकता है, 90% इज़ स्टिल इन यू नो
हम्म,
इज़ द खुला दूध।
खुली
सो
चाय भी मिलती है इसी
सो इज़ द केस फॉर खुला दूध से, यानी वो जो आप बाज़ार से दूध लेते हैं, नॉट द पैक्ड वन, द पैक्ड
करेक्ट,
इज़ ओनली 10%।
करेक्ट।
ऑल ऑफ द पैक्ड मार्केट इज़ खुला दूध लोग समझते हैं, हालाँकि दैट्स अ वेरी डेंजरस प्रोडक्ट, डेयरी ओपन,
हम्म,
you know it's a very dangerous product from a health point of view. इसी तरीके से चिकन जो है वो खुली जो लोग लेकर आते हैं, वो समझते हैं वो ज़्यादा जो है वो हेल्दियर है
हम्म,
versus that that they buy this chicken. खैर, anyways, coming back to where we were,
हम्म,
is that you build that sort of a
हम्म,
capability. You build the capability. So is the case for packaging that you've developed, because there is a sustainable packaging that is required. Then when you do this in the local market, आपके जो vendor, जो packages के vendors हैं, उनके लिए exportable market खुल जाती है, because वो compliance में आ जाते हैं। फिर ये जो सारे ब्रांड्स जो आना चाहते हैं, और जो जैसे यहाँ पे भी ग्रो हो रहे हैं, अभी फास्ट फूड इतना ग्रो हो रहा है, उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें आसान हो जाती हैं। अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, आई विल गिव अ सिंपल एग्जांपल, कि जी फ़िले है जो आप
हम्म।
लेते हैं, वो फ़िले का तस्वुर ही नहीं था पाकिस्तान में पहले,
नहीं था ही नहीं।
था ही नहीं ना। आप जब आए तो आपने ये फ़िले के जो हैं ये पोर्शंस
हम्म,
निकाले,
हम्म, हम्म,
आपने ये साइज़ ऑफ 9 पीसेस चिकन और जो आप देखते हैं वो सारे, तो ये सारी मार्केट जो डेवलप हुई, that was through that KFC and other, fast food ventures which came early days,
हम्म,
and they took a lot of heat because they wanted to develop their business, but they were setting up the entire infrastructure at the same time.
हम्म,
So simultaneously, when you have to develop a business in a system where the infrastructure is not there, that was a huge exercise.
हम्म।
And that's where the brand struggled also initially.
एंड दिस इज
Though,
फ्रॉम 97 से जब ब्रांड आया था यहाँ पे, ओरिजिनली जब आया था।
yeah, so KFC came 1996, 97, and Pizza Hut was the first one, which came 1993.
93
Yeah, and
जो
Pizza
क्लिफ्टन में खुला था,
जी, जी.
पहला वाला जो
And
था।
Pizza Hut was one who they got a very very good response in terms of, and
हम्म,
that's how a lot of other foreign food brands got confidence to come into Pakistan कि जी अच्छी market है, it's a good
हम्म,
market. और उन्होंने आके ये जो अभी जब अगर आप जाके देखते हैं, जितने भी लोकल भी खुले, जो ब्रांड्स काम भी कर रहे हैं, वो स्टैंडर्ड्स कौन से फॉलो करते हैं, वो स्टैंडर्ड्स फॉलो करते हैं जो इन ब्रांड्स ने रखे हैं।
हम्म,
So even if you go around and, for example, if you go and see our
हम्म।
food authorities के पास भी standards जो आए हैं, वो KFC's and the competition जो उन्होंने
मैकडॉनल्ड्स और
McDonald's and others they've actually been able to define it for them. So they've not just come in and they've been doing business, but simultaneously they were developing the entire infrastructure, developing the market,
हम्म,
developing the capability for rest of. Now you see so many restaurants coming in
हम्म,
and opening up. It's much easier now.
हम्म,
So it's much easier. They know who are the quality vendors for in terms of poultry, who are the quality vendors, because those quality vendors were developed by somebody.
हम्म। एंड सो व्हेन यू आर लॉन्चिंग, ऑब्वियसली ये क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं फॉर द बर्ड एंड ऑल ऑफ द फूड टाइप्स एंड क्रिएटिंग डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस इन द मार्केट। व्हेन यू आर क्रिएटिंग दीज ऑप्शंस इन द मार्केट, और जो क्रिएट हो रहे थे उस वक्त, क्या मार्केट स्टडीज़ की जा रही थी, या इट वाज जस्ट काइंड ऑफ अ ट्रायल एंड एरर कि यार ये ट्राई करते हैं, चल गया नहीं चला, और वाज देयर लाइक थॉट बिहाइंड इट कि नहीं लेट्स ट्राई टू इंट्रोड्यूस, ये फिले की जो बात की है, वाज देयर रिसर्च डन कि यार Pakistanis would be really interested in the fillet, or they'd be really interested in the knife piece? How do you bring that kind of product development, product variation into a market that had never seen anything like that before?
So I think when any global partners or franchise or retail businesses, they come in, they bring the strength of learning and their global expertise. Okay. So it wasn't something that we had to start all from the scratch. We had the entire learning and knowledge and the infrastructure from a global standpoint was available for us. So we were just trying to set that up locally and trying to kind of adjust to the local whatever tweaking had to be done. So for example, that I'll give you that. So the standard of how the zinger is done or how the chicken on the bone is done, everything is globally developed, set. You have standards for it. What perhaps you can adjust is that what is the heat level required in Pakistan. So, कि spice आपने कितना रखना. I think that's something that you can locally adjust to be more relevant to the local market. But you don't really have to kind of come in and reset the entire thing because everything was developed. And that's the success or that's the strength of a franchise businesses, that wherever you know that the wheel has been invented, you don't have to reinvent that, just you have to go in and implement, just replicate that, I think. But in order to replicate, you just need to have the infrastructure around in the local market. So those local market infrastructure was developed.
How much localization do you think KFC has here versus, let's say, where the brand was founded in North America?
We are now, right now, to completely local.
100% localized.
Yeah. We just, so what we import is very, very insignificant, which is the Colonel's recipe. You can't really make it here.
So the recipe being the actual spices combination.
Yeah, so the Colonel's, the secret recipe, which is that just like the other brands that they have, that's what the magic is, right? That
तो जैसे घर में होता था निहारी का मसाला घर जो बनता था.
हाँ, यानी वो जो जिसके भी घर में एक अपने अम्मी का जो भी
हाँ,
रेसिपी होता है एक.
Right.
So Colonel has a similar, that's what his mom, you must have read
Yes.
Colonel's story, that Colonel's mom had this recipe, and that's been the secret recipe, which is still going around, after so many decades, and people love it.
How many grams of that recipe goes on, let's say, one entire chicken?
One entire chicken would be around somewhere around 35, 40 grams.
So just 35 grams of product has defined $1 billion business around the world.
Yeah, that's
That's
But
unbelievable.
it's not only that.
Right.
It's not only that. There
Of
are a
course.
lot of other variables to it.
Right.
So as just that, and that's the reason that I initially mentioned in my start of the conversation. It is about kind of understanding each bit of it. So just understand that how much of a pain that we take to kind of get to the right chicken first. So the spice and all masala comes in the end, but first to get the right chicken, a healthier chicken, then to kind of process it in terms of with our spice and marinades and what you do. Then you cook it right because you need a certain sort of an expert fryers and all that capability, and these are, and that the whole kind of culmination of all of this that you do right, I think that really kind of builds the
end product.
Yeah.
So there's two other things related to that. You talk about sort of the health standards. You talk about sort of the quality of the chicken, right? जो एक चीज मेरे जहन में हमेशा रही है कि there are two core ingredients to KFC, the chicken and the oil that fries it.
Yeah.
Palm oil has had many studies out there showing that, all sorts of edible oil, palm oil causes inflammation in the body. It's not healthy. It's not right. कोई भी चीज़ वो सबसे पहले जब डाइट होती है किसी की, they say cut out fried foods because it cuts out inflammation, it helps you lose weight, it's unnecessary calories, number of things, right? Why does that fried food still continue to be such a hot seller when there are known challenges with one of the core ingredients, which is the oil itself?
So oil itself, why would I would just not use it in the context of chicken only, because rest of everything that people eat is with oil, right? So why would you just look at chicken in that context?
Because it's fried chicken.
Yeah,
because
it's
it's deep fried chicken.
But yeah, so I'm just saying that you can't just look at
Of
fried
course.
chicken in an isolation, because you're eating a lot of other other ingredients with oil as well, or other dishes with oil as well. So I think, but by the way, just to kind of not to because it is fried chicken, it's fried chicken.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to really kind of create.
You
this-
can't, yeah.
Okay, no. But what we try at least to do is that we try to kind of make it more healthier in terms of the oil that we use. So the soya bean oil that we use, it's the lowest trans fat oil that you use, is the most expensive version of oil that you use. I think those are the things that you can really at least kind of lower the risk of. Yes, there is a risk of oil, but then you lower it down completely, that you use the best of it.
That's the way to mitigate it.
Mitigate, yeah.
You can't do a ghee version?
No, we can't do it.
I mean, ghee is a little bit healthier. Have you tested it? I'm sure बहुत चलेगा.
शायद गांव देहात में वो जो
घी लेके आएगा और आप उसी में फ्राई
वाला
तो इसमें जितना ऑयल आप लोग कितना ऑयल कंज्यूम करते हैं साल में in terms of let's say tons, just out of curiosity?
Not that I have a top of my mind that how much of an oil do we use.
So Pakistan ballpark imports about $2.4 billion worth of edible oil, for
Right.
example, right? So
oil is generally all imported.
exactly.
Everyone imports, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So would you say KFC is one of the top, let's say 10, 20
From the food retail?
Yeah. जी, food from the food
retail, yes.
You would say KFC would be one of the...
Yeah, in the top 10 and from the food retail.
Would it be north of, let's say, 10, $20 million worth of oil potentially every year that is consumed?
You want me to do mathematics on it? So, almost yes.
North of $20 million worth of oil.
इतना तो होता होगा.
तो फिर ऑयल तो इसका मतलब ये है कि एक तो ऑब्वियसली जो कर्नल स्पाइस है वो इंपोर्ट हो रहा है और जो पूरा ऑयल यूज हो रहा है
ऑयल तो वैसे ही आप
वैसे ही इंपोर्ट
पाकिस्तान में. I mean,
Exactly.
it's not your for KFC.
Yes, correct.
ऑयल तो आप जनरली ही इंपोर्ट करें.
Correct.
आपने करना ही है ऑयल इंपोर्ट. So that's not something specific
Right.
to KFC.
So अब हमने सेपरेट कर दिया, चिकन हो गया, ऑयल हो गया. Now you've got the actual store and the in-store experience or the delivery experience. जो सारे आपके अंदर जो किचन, it's cooked right there, right? जो kitchen equipment है. Do you guys import a lot of this equipment? Has a localization taken place? कि जो सारे fryers हैं, fridges हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें अब local बनना शुरू हो गई हैं. How has that industry developed?
So before that you actually go on the equipment, I would want to kind of bring you a little back in terms of, we spoke about oil, we spoke about bird or poultry in a lot more detail, but I think that's not really the success of KFC is not just, it is the right ingredient, yes, but the success is not really this. The success is that you sell the whole muscle chicken, okay, and you actually make it every day fresh in your store. So we don't sell freezer to fryer. Okay, nothing is freezer to fryer. Nothing is processed here. Okay.
Walk me through that. You're saying that the chicken coming into every store every single day has never been in a freezer.
No, it's not freezer to fryer means कि आप वो कोई तैयार प्रोडक्ट नहीं है जो आपने फ्रीजर में से निकाली और आपने फ्राई कर ली. So like other competition and other people in the QSR, they sell freezer to fryer product.
ठीक है.
तैयार बनी हुई आपने फ्राई की और बेच दी.
ठीक है.
हमारी चिकन इस तरीके से नहीं है. हमारी चिकन एक तो वैसे वो फ्रीजर में होती नहीं है, it's refrigerated.
ठीक है.
And then you marinate and then you actually make it in store. So you bread it and as the order would come, they would cook it for you.
ठीक है.
Okay, so it's everything is freshly made.
तो pre-breaded नहीं है, तो ये basically वहीं real time चल रहा है सारा.
It's happening in the kitchen, right? So that actually sets us apart from rest of the other processed food that people are selling.
Right, ठीक है.
Okay, the other thing that you're doing selling is that you're selling whole muscle. Whole muscle is कि full साबुत मुर्गी आप बेच रहे हैं. तो जो आप खा रहे हैं वो फुल साबुत मुर्गी है, उसमें कोई चीज प्रोसेस या प्रिजर्वेटिव्स या कोई चीज नहीं है.
वर्सेस लेट्स से चिकन नगेट्स जो आप दूसरी जगह.
हाँ, अगर आप कोई भी ऐसी चीज खा रहे हैं तो वो तो दे आर दैट्स ऑल प्रोसेस्ड.
Right.
सो इट्स अ फ्रेश होल मसल चिकन, rightly then paired with the recipe and then cooked to perfection with the right kind of an oil. Since we have spoken about oil, all of that together really makes KFC as a very, very strong, tasteful brand. This is about the taste that we're talking about, because we'll talk about equipments and the asset. But from a taste point of view, that's what consumers love. Because it's fresh, it's handmade, it's freshly done, it's not freezer to fry, it's whole muscle. That's what you're doing. I think that's what is the the strong USP that KFC has.
So if you've given away the secret ingredient, then why can't the competition copy this? Let's say you've given the process away, कि अगर process यही है, let's say एक ingredient में flavor mix कुछ है, जैसे भी है, if everyone follows the process you have set, can't they create a product that is a Me
So
Too
those are
product?
patent processes that you can't copy. So for example, the recipe you can't get.
हाँ, लेकिन पाकिस्तान में कौन सा पेटेंट कौन चेक कर रहा होता है,
नहीं, यानी मैं वैसे आपको बता रहा हूँ, रेसिपी तो ग्लोबली आती है. It is just like the way the recipe is being managed in Coke and Pepsi. Why everyone cannot create Coke and Pepsi? They are trying to create. A lot of Pakistani brands have created black colas, but if you have it, you can just feel it.
True.
You know, so they can't really copy you exactly. Plus, the other processes around it are also patent. In terms of nobody can actually develop the kind of a lot of infrastructure which are also patent as well in terms of equipment and everything. वो भी patent है, वो आपको नहीं मिल
Equipment
सकते.
भी patented है?
जी जी, वो आपको नहीं मिल सकते हैं.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
वो
thought it was standard fryers and fridges.
No, 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 no. It's
Interesting.
not.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not.
okay.
It's
तो
not.
वो भी बाहर से ही आता है
वो
सारा?
इक्विपमेंट बाहर से आता है. इक्विपमेंट
हम्म,
बाहर से आता है, बिल्कुल. इक्विपमेंट तो पाकिस्तान में कोल्ड इक्विपमेंट अवेलेबल है, कुछ चीज़ें अवेलेबल हैं, कुछ चीज़ें अवेलेबल नहीं हैं. हॉट इक्विपमेंट हमारे पास इतनी ज़्यादा एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है. सो
So सारा जो hot equipment है, fryers and cookers and whatever else you have,
Yeah.
क्या क्या involved होता है इसमें वैसे, just out of curiosity?
इसके अंदर फ्रायर्स डेफिनेटली आर द मेन वंस. रेस्ट एवरीथिंग जो हमारे अपने जो पेटेंट स्टेशंस होते हैं, होल्डिंग कैबिनेट्स होती हैं, वो सारे जो होते हैं वो.
अच्छा, and this all is imported for every store location?
It's all is imported as far as you want it to be imported. If you can get it quality stuff here, which is that again that ये भी एक जैसे मैं आपको बताऊं कि cold equipments for example, brands like us have come in and developed that. आप जो आजकल जो आप रेस्टोरेंट्स में आप लोगों को ये आप देखते हैं जो सारे कोल्ड इक्विपमेंट्स यूज़ हो रहे हैं लोकली, ये सारी कैपेबिलिटी भी इन्हीं ब्रांड्स ने बनाई जो फ्रेंचाइज ब्रांड्स आए थे.
अच्छा,
जी, उन्होंने
क्योंकि डिमांड क्रिएट किया, फिर
उन्होंने
उसकी
डिमांड
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग
क्रिएट
शुरू हुई.
किया, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग शुरू हुई, फिर उन्होंने आके अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स बताए कि इन स्टैंडर्ड्स पे आप ये स्पेसिफिकेशन पे ये इक्विपमेंट्स बनाएं. जब उन्होंने वो इक्विपमेंट्स बनाए तो फिर उन लोकल मार्केट भी डेवलप हो गई है उसके लिए,
Right.
वो लोकल मार्केट कर सकते हैं. तो इस तरीके से ये जो पूरी एक इकोसिस्टम उन्होंने डेवलप किया है, दैट द फ्रेंचाइज बिजनेस हैज कम इन एंड दे हैव डेवलप्ड.
And why not hot equipment? कोल्ड क्यों बन गया और हॉट क्यों नहीं बना?
कोल्ड में सक्सेस ज़्यादा है बिकॉज एक तो ये ना कि पाकिस्तान की जो इक्विपमेंट्स हैं उसके भी जो पार्ट्स हैं यू हैव टू इम्पोर्ट, राइट?
True.
सो वो भी कोई इतनी बहुत ज़्यादा हमारे पास अभी, क्योंकि हम सारे सिर्फ असेंबलिंग ही कर सकते हैं, बाकी तो एवरीथिंग इज़ इम्पोर्टेड.
Right.
देन उसकी इतनी ज़्यादा एक्सपर्टीज़ अभी डेवलप हुई नहीं है. लोकल मार्केट में मिलते ज़रूर हैं आपको. आपको लोकल फ्राइज़ भी मिलते हैं लोकल, और लोकल लोग यूज़ भी करते हैं, बट वो वहाँ तक अभी नहीं पहुँच पाए हैं जहाँ तक दे दैट at least brands like us can use it.
So, and I'm assuming local fryer mein, the biggest challenge is the consistency of the heat the temperature of the oil. That's pretty much it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, temperature's a lot of science in it.
Mm.
Everything has a lot of science in equipments, and our layouts are also very scientific, by the way. So a lot of science applies. It's not as simple as कि आपने 2 फ्रायर यहाँ रख दिए और वहाँ से उसने बंदे ने कुक करना शुरू किया. It's not
Right.
as simple as this.
वो
So
मैंने मूवी देखी थी कौन सी, द फाउंडर
हाँ.
ऑफ राइट, तो वो जब वो दिखा रहे थे फ्लोर प्लान बना के स्टेशंस पे शिफ्ट कर रहे थे.
Yeah.
इज इट समथिंग सिमिलर एट KFC?
Yeah. It's every step matters, that how many steps are you going to take from one process to the other process. उसका step counting होती है कि वो steps कितने लेगा, उसको देर कितनी लगेगी, because then after all in our business speed really matters also.
So do you look at like an AHT type metric at each station, average handling time?
Absolutely.
So how long does it take from an order to be placed to be delivered? Global standard क्या है और पाकिस्तान में क्या delivery होती है?
जो food delivery in home service?
So नहीं, for example for KFC, someone in store places an order at the counter. How soon should they, global standard, let's say US standard, उनको अपनी order कितने
So
जल्द?
everywhere, so the global standards everywhere is the same, कि आपको 2.5 से 5 मिनट के अंदर you have to serve it. Now what is happening is that's also changing with the consumer behavior, and that is consumer are not saying that okay, we are ready to wait a bit, but we would want hot. Okay. So our standard is that you should get 5 minutes, mein, you should be served.
So the standard is 5
Yeah.
minutes, but consumer is ready to wait. You're seeing that shift.
We are seeing that shit because consumers are saying that हम आप हमें जो है ना वो भले आप, because we hold chicken, right, in the holding cabinets.
Right.
Okay. So consumers are saying कि जी आप अगर आप हमें देना भी चाहते हैं और हम अगर हमें we can wait, but you give us fresh.
Delivery.
So delivery is the fastest growing channel. And but in Pakistan, dining is also significant business. People still would want to go out and eat and have a dining experience, and that is because that we have a very limited sort of entertainment options, right? So dining still remains a very powerful business.
So dine-in, do you see delivery taking over the dining business? Matlab in terms of your sales volume as a mix.
No.
कभी भी dine-in को beat नहीं करेगा.
करेगा नहीं, यानी अगर आगे हो जाए, because that's so look, delivery, the way we take it, delivery is an ease option. Okay, it will always be that delivery is primarily driven from people there who are looking for convenience, or who are looking for easy food at home or at work. I think that's where delivery plays a big part. But in a country like us, as I said, that where entertainment is really so we still see that dine-in takeout option is also huge.
And you don't see the dine-in takeout ever being, in terms of a projection.
I don't see in Pakistan at least happening in the next 5 years that the delivery will kind of supersede or will take away dine-in share. Our dine-in will still hold unless that we get some really robust sort of an entertainment options. I don't see that. I think Pakistan still will remain a very dine-out sort of a country.
And as dine-in is growing, does it change the way you process, create, pack the chicken? Because now the challenge is, okay, from the sort of the fryer to the consumer, you've just added another 40 minutes, right? वो जो experience dine-in store के अंदर, the crispiness, the sharpness of taste, वो एक, by the time the rider gets it to the house, वो आपका एक leg आ जाता है, which is not technically, or most of the time, in your control. Maybe there's third-party delivery vendors and so on. How do you, or how does a brand like this cater to that new leg that has been added that's completely out of their control, that affects the consumer experience overall?
So, it's not a new sort of channel for us. KFC Pakistan has been operating dine-in business for last 25 years, so dine-in is not new. The
Takeout, yeah.
delivery is not new. Delivery has been a significant portion all through and throughout. We have developed a lot of expertise in delivery. The best way, the concept, by the way, the concept of 30 minutes delivery was also introduced by franchise food business. And now that has become the standard in Pakistan also, that all of the local operators, they try to deliver in 30 minutes. But 30 minutes comes from a lot of science behind it. Okay, 30-minute science is basically that you only serve in 8 minutes of your radius time. Okay, so from a restaurant, you only serve in 8 minutes of your drive time. And that's how you manage this 30 minutes. And that was done typically a research on our food, that our food, at least if served within 8 minutes of a drive time area, and in 30 minutes, it stays very, very good and warm. Okay. Now then, everyone has copied that 30 minutes without any science for it. But that's their logic of it. That's fine. But our food was actually been from a global lot of a research and statistics that were done, and a lot of R&D done behind, which tells you that if it reaches to a customer in 30 minutes, it's good, it's warm, it's hot. Okay, so that's how you kind of...
Interesting. And that's another thing that the franchisees have added in this market.
So that is the reason what happens is that एक और आपको मैं बात बताऊं कि जो दूसरे brands हैं वो left, right and center कहीं पे भी deliver कर देते हैं within 1 घंटे की भी ट्रेड एरिया में,
Hmm.
हम नहीं करते। तो हमें बहुत सारा प्रेशर आता है कि जी आप मेरे एरिया, मेरे तो एक गली छोड़ के ही आपका राइडर आता है मगर मेरे एरिया में नहीं आता।
Hmm.
वो इसलिए नहीं आता बिकॉज हमने चॉक आउट किया हुआ है कि दिस इज व्हाट आवर एंड बाउंड्री लाइन इज।
Hmm.
सो इवन अगर वो ऑपोजिट साइड पर भी है, एंड इफ आवर बाउंड्री सेज दैट यू कैन नॉट गो बियॉन्ड दिस
Hmm.
because it's not, it's going to spoil your 30 minutes of drive time, 8 minutes of your drive time radius, then we stop it and we say we won't cater to that.
Hmm.
And that's the reason that actually kind of gives us another avenue of कि जी आपने फिर उस जगह पे नया स्टोर डालना है to service them, so that you don't compromise on the quality of brand.
Hmm.
So the quality of product is then managed through by putting up another store rather than just actually making delivery from your existing store.
तो एक गली ऐड करने के लिए आपको एक नई दुकान खड़ी करनी पड़ रही है
यानी
एग्जाम
बिकॉज दैट टेल्स यू कि वहाँ ट्रेड एरिया है, डिमांड है वहाँ पर, वो यानी डिमांड बता रही है आपको, तो डिमांड बता रही है। बट अगर आप प्रोडक्ट को कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना शुरू कर देंगे तो आज तो वो है लेकिन कल वो कस्टमर कहीं और चला जाएगा। सो दैट्स हाउ वी काइंड ऑफ क्रिएट आवर ओन सर्विस पैरामीटर्स, एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ पुट्स यू इनटू योर हाउस इनटू अ चैलेंज एज वेल कि जी अब आपने नया स्टोर खोलना है, वहाँ पर प्रोडक्ट को कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना है।
और ये जब व्हेन यू लुकिंग एट एडिंग एडिशनल स्टोर्स, बीच में अभी बल्कि है भी ये ट्रेंड, फूड पैंडा ने लॉन्च किया था डार्क किचन्स का, राइट? कि टेक्निकली आपको अपनी एक रिटेल आउटलेट नहीं खोलनी, आपको सिर्फ एक किचन चाहिए, तो वो आपको स्पेस दे देते हैं, आपका अपना कोई इक्विपमेंट लगा लें, एंड यू गो ऑन एंड यू सॉर्ट ऑफ सर्व दैट एरिया. हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट बिजनेस मॉडल इज डूइंग इन पाकिस्तान, द डार्क किचन्स बिजनेस मॉडल?
So the dark kitchen concept, what I understand and what I've learned is it works nice in a market where the real estate is very expensive. And for the smaller brands to grow, it becomes a super fast engine for them to grow.
ठीक है.
It's not really relevant for brands like us.
Really?
Yeah. We don't do dark kitchens.
You don't do dark
No,
kitchen?
there are no dark kitchens there.
What's the logic behind that?
So the logic is very simple, as I said, that we don't really have the. So if you're operating in a place like London or you're operating in a place like New York where the rentals are super heavy and you're a very small brand who still has the passion to expand, then this becomes a very good option for you. You don't really have to put up a very huge capex, and you can just service them through your delivery from any dark point. For us, if there is an area where there is a demand, then why not just to have another store there? Why would you put a dark kitchen and hide yourself? Okay. We don't really want to hide ourselves. We want to be upfront there in that local trade area, being close to our customer, because our brand story is a complete brand story. Okay, and the
Interesting.
story is actually driven by the touch and feel of the brand. The touch and feel of the brand comes in when there is a brick and mortar there.
Something to see.
Something to see.
Something you drive by every day.
Something you actually go and you touch, right?
Right.
Something that's where the experience is created. Delivery, and that's what I always say, this delivery is not the story. The delivery is just a convenience point. So dining is your brand story.
So you have to build on the brand story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you tried dark kitchens in
No, we
Pakistan?
haven't. We
You've not even tried them.
No.
Interesting. So now, where do you see the brand growing in terms of the next, let's say, 5-10 years? Because what you've told me, what I'm taking away from this is that international franchises have come into Pakistan, have trained the local market on all of the global standards, and now the local market is prime and ready to create their own chain, like a Labbaik chicken of Saudi.
Albaik, yeah.
Albaik, sorry.
Yeah.
Albaik chicken of Saudi.
Yeah.
That can become a national trend in Pakistan. So, if the local market now has that level of knowledge, does KFC or any of these international franchisees see this as a threat today? That the future of fast food might be local brands and not international brands?
I don't see that happening. I don't see it from that context. I think Pakistan. So look at, I'll give you some stats to kind of support the logic that I want to create. So Pakistan is a 250 million population. 60% of it is youth. who wants to indulge into convenient, easy food, uh, be it local, be it international, that doesn't really matter for them. The taste, the affordability, the experience, that is going to matter. I don't think people will actually look at from that lens कि जी वो whoever is doing a quality product and experience, I think that would sell and that has a market. In terms of the size of the market, we are still very, very small in terms of food retail landscape. So, and that tells me that there's a huge opportunity not just for us, but for a lot of local brands to come in and expand as well. Uh, so the Food Panda stat says that there are only 20,000 restaurants operating. The registered restaurants are 20,000.
Hmm.
Just to give you a context, Dubai has almost 300,000 restaurants
One city has 300,000.
with a population of 3 million.
3 million, yes. And
Bangkok has almost 350,000
Mm.
restaurants. Okay, we're just sitting on 20,000 restaurants
in the whole country.
in the whole country. So it's not just that KFC will get its fair share, it's everyone. There is going to be a huge, the trend is also going to change. We are going to change. So consumer trend is changing basically because, more urbanization is happening, younger youth population that you have, convenience, easy food is going to, affordability is becoming easier because, a lot of people are actually getting, even with the technology intervention that you see, a lot of jobs have been created
Mhm.
and a lot of people now eat out, right?
Mhm.
So that trend has also changed. And I'll give you an example. And I give this example to everyone. What has really changed in the consumer market, which is very significant. Back in the days when we were young, so there was our father or the male member, generally your father or a head member of the family would decide where to eat and what to eat.
Mm.
वो एक वो खुद डिसाइड करते थे और सब वही पूरी फैमिली वही खाना खाती थी.
Mm.
This doesn't happen anymore. In my own house, at one given point of time, there are 3 riders coming from 3 different brands.
Mm.
Okay. So your kid would one kid would want to eat something else,
True.
the other kid would want to
Very true.
something else. Though at least हमारे में थोड़ी सी synchronization है that me and my wife we agree to eat one common food, so there's one
Free
rider.
delivery fees
So
आप pay कर रहे हैं.
so just imagine that
हाँ,
how the consumer behavior has actually changed.
बिल्कुल
It used
personalized
to
हो
be
गया है.
one family member deciding a meal for everyone. It's no more the case.
Mm.
So within one family, there are 3 different brands coming in
Mm.
at one given point of time.
Mm.
Okay. So the demand is going to grow. Okay. More urbanization, more younger population. So the need is going to be there. Definitely, there'll be a huge, uh, you know, landscape for a lot more brands to kind of come in and evolve and grow in Pakistan market. That's how I see Pakistan market.
Where do you see the restaurant business headed from 20,000 in the next 5 years to what's the number you would?
I think the pace is really growing. I think we should really be able to reach at least 80,000 in the next 5 years.
That's quadrupling in 5
Yeah,
years.
I think because the way brands pop up now and the way the eating habits are actually, going out and eat is becoming the most, ease or a favorable option. I think that's how it should be.
But from a size or sort of share of pocket, eating out as an option is fairly expensive. Inflation, income's not rising in sort of in sync with inflation over the last couple of years, leaves less behind in the pocket of most people. Is that a trend you guys are seeing as well?
I don't see that. एक तो मैं आपको एक और बात बताऊं that Pakistani stats are very, very difficult to kind of predict. You don't really have a very documented economy.
Mm.
So everyone's kind of quotes are very, very different sort of their own statistics. I still cannot really understand whether the income is shrinking or it's growing.
Mm.
On a ground level, if you see the result, it shows a very different stats that if the income is shrinking, then how all of these brands are growing.
In terms of orders, not value.
No, in terms of order. Value to in terms of order.
Hmm.
And in terms of the restaurants that are adding in as well.
Hmm.
Okay. And then the infrastructure also is helping in terms of the aggregators coming in, and the food landscape is now much more organized and all
Hmm.
and everything. So much of a delivery infrastructure now been developed by local to foreign
Hmm.
brands and the aggregators along. So I think if you look at from the purely from the statistics point of view, if they're all growing and you're saying the income is shrinking, how does that really work, right?
Yeah.
So because you don't really have a very documented economy, then it's very difficult to kind of predict whether it's actually growing, it's shrinking,
Hmm.
because that's another problem of ours, which is let's just keep that aside.
Hmm.
But I think from our stats point of view, it is it's very encouraging.
Is it because there's more people now earning within the same household? वैसे ही हमारे पास
Absolutely.
joint family system था. पहले शायद दो मर्द हजरात
बिल्कुल.
कमाते थे, बाप बेटा. अब तो वाइफ डॉटर सभी कमा रहे हैं, एक ही घर में रह रहे हैं साथ.
Wife, daughter, and I think the entire entrepreneur landscape is really changed. So earlier, if you would want to do any business, you would need a lot of huge capital to get into, right? Now, so you can just you if you have an idea and a Facebook account,
Hmm. आप शुरू हो जाओ.
so you can really
True.
you can start earning money, I guess. So it has become much more easier for people to kind of be their independent entrepreneurs and to earn money through an idea as well.
Hmm.
So many people earning from freelancing and a different way of into digital currency and all different means. I think there are more jobs have been created. I don't think that we have really been able to account for all of that
Hmm.
and account for them in our income system.
Hmm.
I think that has not been done. So
It's off the
we
books.
don't really have the real stats of it.
Hmm.
But apparently on ground, it shows that the market has expanded in terms of,
Right.
that's how I.
If you were to define your sweet spot customer, how would you describe them?
What do you mean by sweet spot
Like
customer?
your customer profile, that one customer that you said, this is my customer, like that one definition of, let's say demographic wise, it's a 22-year-old college student who's ordering food
So,
versus.
so demographic wise, we say that anybody between 18 to 35 is our customer. Okay. That's what we say. But the sweet spot is that anybody who loves chicken,
But who's ordering the most? Like if you had to create a profile of that,
profile of customer.
yes, who's ordering your chicken most frequently? What do they look like? Where do they live?
Mom and a kid.
Mom and a kid.
And that's where we wanted to take the brand to. So initially when we started off this transformation, KFC Pakistan transformation journey, and when I took over, they said that KFC is a place where people come in and celebrate their birthdays, right? That's how KFC
Hmm.
had, initially been, the legacy of it was like that. And I said, I don't want that business, right? I don't want anyone to think of us on occasion. How do we move from occasion to an everyday brand? Okay. And that's where we started off. That the strategy was that we develop a business which is affordable,
Hmm.
where people can think of you every day,
Hmm.
that they want to have a quick, good meal, affordable, and it's easy to access as well. And that's how the penetration strategy also that we developed, that we are now sitting on 135 stores. So you would want that people should not really come in and have birthdays. Birthdays are casual dining,
Mm.
fast casual. You go there and celebrate your birthday. We become an everyday brand, which is that a mom and a kid is going from they're coming from the school, they stop by, it's a nearby KFC neighborhood shop that I walk into, I buy my stuff, and that's what the customer is right now. So if you look at it, is basically the mom and the kid
After school.
after school, or a mom and a kid at evening dinner, because it's convenient, it's affordable, it's easy, accessible neighborhood shop. And then that's the strategy. But then there will be other customers who would also want to avail, and they be your customer, right? So there are younger audiences who kind of come in because it's affordable,
College students,
accessible है, college
office.
students हैं, रास्ते में जा रहे हैं,
हाँ.
आपने देख लिया कि भाई store है वहाँ पर मौजूद, and that's how you kind of hop in for a quick meal.
I was not expecting you to say mom and a kid. I assumed in my head it would have been a college student.
So
for
the
some
college
reason.
students are definitely there, as I'm saying that, because yes, a lot of younger population are consuming us, right?
Mm,
And that's where the brand stands in
Correct.
terms of. But the essence of the who's actually driving that,
It's
them,
mom and the kid.
is the mom and the kid who's like going there in an
Right.
everyday shop. It's the meal that they trust.
Yeah.
Because एक चीज याद रखिएगा कि अम्मा अपने बच्चे को वही खाना खिलाएगी जो वो ट्रस्ट करती है,
Mm.
right? And if you have hit that, I think that's the best place to be.
तो सबका भरोसा है इस पे.
सबका भरोसा.
Fried chicken पे. और वो भी KFC का. I'll switch over. Your personal journey of leadership has been very, very interesting. You came from Pizza Hut. You started as a kitchen assistant, and now you're the CEO, right? And I'm going to start backwards. And I think that you've experienced a lot of crisis, hardships over the course of your career. And one of the most common ones that we see is जब भी कोई दुनिया में मसला होता है तो यहाँ के लोग आके कहते हैं कि यार लोकल ब्रांड्स नहीं इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड पे हमला करो क्योंकि I actually don't understand क्योंकि and I remember this distinctly कि जब KFC की पहली स्टोर खुली थी 96 में if I remember 97
97, yeah.
वो गुलशन में खुली थी राइट नेक्स्ट टू शान हॉस्पिटल. वहाँ पे कोई प्रोटेस्ट हुआ था, आग लगी थी और उसके अंदर एक बंदा फ्रीजर में
5 बंदे.
5 बंदे. I remember that story because I literally lived down the road from that and I was like that's bizarre कि यार मतलब उन लोगों ने कहा क्या कसूर था जो यहाँ पे थे, मतलब दिस वायलेंस दिस प्रोटेस्ट आके आपने इस दुकान पे निकाल दिया, वो तो अपने ही लोग थे. Why does this happen and how do you as a leader deal with this, because you've just dealt with it recently as well?
So yeah, my journey from Pizza Hut to KFC, I think one thing has really remained common is, though apart from all the leadership challenges and the role that I kind of survived and you know, made it through, one thing has really remained common is that the perception is that these international brands are some alien to the country. And they have actually come in and उन्होंने सारा जो है ना उन्हीं का
साजिश, यहूदी साजिश.
साजिश उन्होंने की हुई है.
हाँ.
I think that's more of from a perception point of view. It has no reality, but it's unfortunate that we act in such a kind of a behavior, which results into the damage or the life loss of our own people. The case that you mentioned, which is really, it's very sad when you know some team members who actually got burned in a store. वो कोई अपना ही उससे कोई ब्रांड से ताल्लुक भी नहीं था, कोई अपना ही प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, उन्होंने जाके, और वक्तन फवक्तन इस तरह के वायलेंस हमने देखे, बीट ऑन द पिज़्ज़ा साइड और ऑन दिस साइड एज वेल, that they drag brands into it. I don't think that the businesses or the brands should be dragged. Labeling us with any particular country or labeling us with any particular sort of religion
movement,
or religion or movement, I think that should really not happen. In a simple context, खैर उसको भी समझाना बड़ा मुश्किल, वैसे समझना तो आसान है, लेकिन अगर ना समझने के लिए तो there can be many reasons कि ना समझा जाए.
समझाया जा सकता है.
I don't think so, because religious emotions इतने high होते हैं that nobody would want to kind of listen to you even if you're putting facts. और एक और चीज़ जो है कि जी सोशल मीडिया पे तो you know, it doesn't really matter whether the issue is right or wrong. If the narrative is really popular, it sells. So people would want to go on to the narrative which is
और हर बंदा को ट्रेंडिंग वीडियो
which is
बनाने.
which is popular, वो sell करता है. In a very simple context that I can put it, that we are a public corporation. Okay.
आपके तो शेयर होल्डर्स लिस्टेड हैं पब्लिक.
So हमारे listed shareholders हैं globally भी. अब पाकिस्तान में तो we are a local entity. We are locally invested in and committed to this country. We locally operate and you know, extensively work on the community social welfare that we do within the community that we operate. It's all a local brand. People working here are local. जो ग्लोबल का जो कॉन्टेक्स्ट जो लेकर आते हैं कि नहीं जी आप तो जो है आपकी एसोसिएशन है उसके साथ और इसके साथ और उसके साथ, वो एसोसिएशन हमारी किसी के भी साथ नहीं है। जिनके साथ आप वाबस्ता करते हो उनको भी नहीं पता कि हमारी एसोसिएशन उनके साथ है, मगर यहाँ पे सबको पता है कि एसोसिएशन उसके साथ है। खैर वो एसोसिएशन इट्स अ पब्लिक, सो इन अ सिंपल कॉन्टेक्स्ट पब्लिक कंपनी है। आप पब्लिक कंपनी में आज ओनर आप भी हो सकते हैं।
Hmm.
कल अगर मैंने स्टॉक पे ट्रेड कर लिया तो मैं भी ओनर हो सकता
Hmm.
हूँ। और ओनरशिप की कोई फेथ सर्टिफिकेट रिक्वायरमेंट भी नहीं है। कोई स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, किसी भी स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे दुनिया में आप अगर जाएं तो कोई ओनरशिप
मतलब तो कोई नहीं पूछता।
मजहब सर्टिफिकेट ना मांगता है, ना उसकी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट, ना पाकिस्तान में रिक्वायरमेंट है।
हम्म।
अगर आप पाकिस्तानी जो कंपनीज देखें इस वक्त ही की आप देख लें, जो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज इतनी आपकी माशाल्लाह से
दौड़ रही है।
इट्स हाँ दौड़ रही है, विच इज़ एक्सट्रीमली गुड एंड वी नीड दैट टू। बट उसमें भी बहुत सारी फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट आई हुई हैं, तो उसमें आपने क्या फेथ सर्टिफिकेट्स लिए थे
कभी
लोगों से?
मज़हब हमें नहीं पता।
तो आप उनसे फेथ सर्टिफिकेट लिया था कि भाई आप कौन से मज़हब से हैं, आपका ताल्लुक किससे है कि आप पाकिस्तान में इस कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करें? आई थिंक दीज आर ऑल conversations that happen in a place where there is so much of what should I call it, unawareness, or we're not really kind of aware of the matter, but we want to be the subject expert of everything. तो वहाँ पे आप what can you do is that हम तो सिर्फ हमारा the approach that we had was simple. We wanted to not go out and explain anything, because we consider ourselves, we are a local brand in terms of we have invested locally here. If anyone wants to put us or drag us into any sort of conflict, that's something that we simply can just uh, stay quiet about it,
हम्म।
because they're dragging us based on certain perception, because there's got no reality to it. So that's how you kind of
फिर उसमें जो काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट ये आता है ना कि इफ़ यूर स्टेइंग क्वाइट यू आर कंप्लिसिट, मतलब इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा क्योंकि ये खामोश बैठे हुए हैं। वरना यहाँ पे जो एक माइंडसेट है ना यार, अगर आप लड़ेंगे झगड़ेंगे तो इसका मतलब हाँ आप कुछ ऑनर डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, अगर आप कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे तो इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ तो सच होगा। एक परसेप्शन है यहाँ पे। व्हाई नॉट यूज दैट परसेप्शन as any brand to put out a narrative, put out a statement to counter that?
I don't think that's the right way to do, because if you get business into explanation mode for everything, okay, today it's about this conflict, tomorrow there'll be about
कुछ
another
और होगा
conflict.
तो उसी में लगे रहेंगे, बिजनेस
ठीक है,
चलेगा नहीं, हम
और
बस
उसके बाद अनदर, और ये खाली ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में हम तो वेरियस डिफरेंट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स में, चाहे आपका लोकल पॉलिटिकल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है वो हमारे ऊपर वायलेंस हो जाता है। जो आपका लोकल यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में लोकल कोई हो रहा होगा, कहीं किसी की शहादत हो गई या वो, तो उसका भी अटैक हम पर होगा। तो हम तो फिर यही काम कर रहे होंगे कि हम सिर्फ आप ये एक्सप्लेनेशन कर रहे होंगे, हम अपना काम तो कर ही नहीं रहे होंगे। तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स रियली समथिंग दैट वी कैन डू, बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी रीजंस पीपल ड्रैग यू इन।
So how do you as a leader deal with a crisis like this? How do you deal with crisis? What's your style?
So every crisis, there's no one formula for to deal with every crisis. Every crisis comes in with their own different sort of challenges, and then you devise a different strategy to address that. I think माजी के क्राइसिस जो आते थे वो they were lot easier to handle, because for example जब अमेरिका ने अफगानिस्तान पे अटैक किया, at that time also there was a huge crisis that came in. It was very different. Social media was not there. So it wasn't really a very collaborative, structured sort of a crisis that you had. Now in the social media world, it is about the video that goes around and builds a narrative on you, right? And that gets you into a deeper sort of a crisis. And so every crisis you kind of deal differently with the challenge that you see how this needs to be dealt. In terms of this one was that, you stay true to what you believe is the right, And that right is that we are a local company. We operate in the local environment. We create a lot of local jobs. We create a lot of local infrastructure. We have invested heavily in developing an absolute powerful local infrastructure and an ecosystem in the country. And I think just stay true to that, and the people would understand. And I think the intellectual would really understand that,
Hmm.
ये आप वैसे भी आप देखें कि अगर आप पूरी दुनिया को जाके वैसे ही आप अपने उनके पाँव लग के कह रहे हैं कि भाई हमारे मुल्क में आ जाएँ आप
Hmm.
कुछ करने के लिए, जो आ गए आपके मुल्क में आप उनका गला घोटना चाहते हैं।
उनकी पिटाई कर रहे हैं बैठ के।
So I don't think that's going to be the right way, even if we want to progress as a country way forward. The globe is now going to be, we call it a global village, right? When you say that globe is now so interconnected with so many various things, not just that any food to एक angle है, but the technologies that you're using is
Hmm.
so global. You travel, you name it, and everything is so globally integrated.
Hmm.
आप कोई आइसोलेशन में तो नहीं रह सकते आप.
Hmm.
How would you do that unless you develop the entire local in what should I call it, innovation and all of that by yourself, which is also not really possible. So you will always be dependent on some or the other thing
Hmm.
for some other, sort of technology or retail expertise or food or whatever that you would need from the global joint. तो अगर आप ऐसे आइसोलेशन में, तो मुझे नहीं पता कि एज अ कंट्री कैसे प्रोग्रेस कर सकते हैं.
True. एज ए लीडर ज़ाती तौर पे एज एन इंडिविजुअल जब इस तरह की क्राइसिस आती है एंड योर पीपल आर अफेक्टेड द बिजनेस खैर तो बिजनेस इज अफेक्टेड वो तो ठीक है एक शेयर्ड आपका वो होता है बट व्हेन योर पीपल आर अफेक्टेड मतलब आपके एम्प्लॉयज़ को पर्सनली मतलब फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी हार्म हो रहा है हाउ डू यू डील विद दैट काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेस
So I think that it was stressful, no doubt about it, because why people were being pulled into it for no reason. These are local people who एंड हमने तो कहाँ-कहाँ, यानी इतने मुश्किल एरियाज़ में हमने स्टोर्स खोले हुए हैं जहाँ पे आपने जॉब क्रिएट की हुई है। आप क्यों उनकी ज़िंदगी में जो है वो उनको खामख़ाई में यू आर ड्रैगिंग देम इनटू इट। इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेसफुल, बट आई थिंक एट द सेम टाइम वी did take a lot of help from the government authorities, and they were there, they supported us. And I also tell you one thing, that Pakistan also, when things started to get violent on us, I think everyone kind of rejected it. Nobody from a customer or from any local person who endorsed this behavior. Okay, so that was a good thing that you see as a society was rejecting it. That you cannot really do this what you're doing. Okay, you don't like a brand, you don't go. That's fine.
हाँ क्वाइट बॉयकॉट कर दें
Yeah, you don't like a brand, you can do that, but you cannot generally show this as a country also. You cannot show that as a behavior. और अगर आप देखें हमारा behavior भी ऐसे ही हो गया. अगर आप normally if you see कि मोटरसाइकिल वाले ने को मार दिया तो हमने 60 डंपर जला दिए. If that's a very very dangerous mindset, right? uh, we need to get kind of, we need to
Away
put a little bit of a stop on this, that we cannot really be a violent, reactive sort of a nation on every issue. And then we should not really become a subject matter expert of everything when you don't know about it. I think that's where some sort of an enlightenment needs to be done.
Well, I would say the word inshallah. I want to ask one last question. Kitchen assistant to CEO is a very, very sort of interesting journey because you've seen the inside matlab, of that business that you are now heading, leading, and running. What is the one insight, one takeaway from that entire experience?
That culture plays a very important role.
What is
So,
culture to you?
So, if there would have not been the right sort of an environment or the culture that I got, I would have not really been here. And to me also, within the organization, culture really is very, very important. Culture to me is basically the backbone of the entire empire that is standing. So if you don't really have a space where people can really get respect, love, compassion, empathy, then everything around is very functional and it's gonna fall any time, right? I think that's got no other, uski koi backbone nahi hai. So these are the fundamentals that has to really be in place. And when you have created that sort of an environment, then people thrive, they grow, they they do their best, they can show their best self. I think
Mm.
that's what matters, and that's how we have really been able to kind of create an environment where people can really do all of this and achieve to their best self.
And was that something you learned when you started at Pizza Hut, or is this something you've picked up along the years?
So I think when I started in Pizza Hut and all through and throughout, I thought that this is really the backbone. This has been the most important aspect of any business, that if you really fail on culture, you might be successful in business for a temporary time, but you won't be able to create a long-term sort of a legacy in a business.
Mm.
Sustainable results would really become a problem. So I think I learned it all. It definitely not in one go that I learned.
Mm.
I learned it over the years of time, that how important this backbone is.
I was having a chat with my guys here, and I asked this question. I recently started asking this question. How many of you have taken a slipper from your mother or your parent? किसने जूता खाया है घर पे? You know, the surprising thing is 95, almost 90 to 100% people raise their hand, say, यार मैंने तो खाया है, right? I was shocked by that. I said कि maybe it's 50%, the culture is changing. I said, but no, आजकल के ज़माने में भी ये है. So I said, wait a second, how do you drive accountability? How do you create an environment for people who have grown up in their home where that was the final authority standard? कि यार, unless you're going to get beating or get yelled at, how do you create that culture कि यार, thrive, innovate, everyone speaks at a nice tone, takes care of each other, जबकि वो घर का ही माहौल नहीं था. तो how does that work?
सो आई थिंक घर का माहौल ऐसा नहीं है कि घर के माहौल में अगर आपको मार पिटती है तो आई एम श्योर कि घर के माहौल के अंदर कंपैशन, लव और एम्पैथी ज़रूर मौजूद होती है। और ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी आपको डांट नहीं पिटती। So you would get, perhaps not that you would get beaten up, but at least you would get a reservation in terms of if there is anything that you have not done right. But when you develop a level of trust with people, so is that happens with your parents as well. When you know that they can't really be harmful to me. So that particular action, even if they are doing, that's not to harm me. Okay, or that's not something that they're abusing or anything to me. It is primarily the agenda or the reason behind is for my betterment. That's how we all have digested the chapal, right? Okay.
Digested the chapal, I love it.
Right. So I think when they see that trust, and so is in the organization, when they see the trust that you're genuine to them, you're authentic to them, and as a leader, to me, it's very important that you're authentic to them. If they see you that you're authentic to them, and they see that this thrives in the culture as well, it's not just one person, it's just the authenticity is around the culture as well, then there's a high level of acceptability of chappal even, and
ठीक है.
people would still want to remain genuine to you.
Because they see that as a signaling towards an
Yeah.
action that was not okay,
Yeah.
rather than harm to myself.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Raja, this has been a really interesting discussion. Thank you for the insights. I am now inspired to go open a food retail outlet, not to compete with KFC, but because I want to be one of the 80,000 restaurants, because your numbers are looking great.
Yeah, you should open one. There are so many coming in. I think Pakistan has great potential, and we all have a lot of space to grow together.
And I wish you all the best as you grow. And thank you for coming in. And thank you for tuning into Digitales. Like, subscribe, comment, kije, and let us know who you'd like to see next. Bye-bye.